31 minutes after 9. Yeguso train say acha nondu Jumedie no ebetumi asha say Adom TV so ni Jumedie twegu Asempa FM Adom FM Insura FM ewo Kumase and akwa AdomOnline.com and all other social media platforms including YouTube ubetumi ahwe live ewo mididi osay bonsu meda na say ampofweje ase yebom and ye did this coverage of the investiture of the President Elect and the Vice President Elect Adom live from the Independence Square in Accra. Make us say there are two former MPs Minchen ha until 12 a.m. Anope na Honorable Andre Japamesa MP for the people of Secondary constituency. Na Osain so a minister in charge of tourism and creative art. Yeah, Kasa Satanope or a former member of parliament and a former minister. Honorable Akwaba Pumtiden.
Yamuni Bain.
Fantastic. The Sansona, another former MP, no a MP or Adentan constituency and no Greater Accra region. Then you know, a presidential staffer, or Cyber CEO of yes, Youth Enterprise Support. First CEO and na ebabe NEIP if you recall into Honorable Kojo Eduasare abekansa Honorable akwa abete saying
obi nyame adom me ho ye pa
utrin kwanso
eti da se pa na obi ade bi a waka sisia
adan
me pesa biti ase
ye
swa no
okay
ye hwehwea wo school
yes
okay 12 a.m.
Was it 12? About 12 a.m. and I 12.
Intina me I confused.
And at 12 midnight
a.m.
You say?
It's a.m.
It's not a.m.
Midnight.
12:01 is 12:01 a.m.
Yes.
12 is midnight. Yeah. On the dot is midnight.
Midnight, yeah, that's true.
Noon.
12 noon.
On your 12 noon or midday. But 12:01 is p.m. PM no ye past.
Yeah.
Past 12.
In the past 12. Yeah. I think it's right.
Ready for our
as of 12 noon.
Exactly.
12 midnight.
12 midnight.
Yes.
Honorable no call Montezor.
Because I told Saito, yeah, I want to try we
But me say yes, say quickly. Answer the everybody because of Black Star Square, no. And the first set of appointment by former President Mahama or the Etruja. In my main fact, and on Shasia, Mintie will comment on that briefly, and then we come to the main thing who Independence Square. And the statement from the office of John Dramani Mahama reads: President-elect makes appointment to the office of the president. Also, the president-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has made the following appointment to the office of the president. Where appointment to the office of the president. 1. Julius Deborah, Chief of Staff. 2. Dr. Callistus Mahama, Executive Secretary to the President. 3. Prosper Douglas Barney, Head of Interim Security Task Force. 4. Dr. Valerie Sawyer, Senior Presidential Advisor, Governmental Affairs. 5. Augustus Gusitano, Presidential Advisor responsible for 24-hour economy and accelerated export development. 6. Marietta Ajewa Briu, Legal Counsel to the President of Ghana. And 7. Honorable Felix Kwachio Fosu, Acting Spokesperson to the President. Honorable Kojo Eduasare, in one way or the other, only Omunina Juma Payne. Who list way now first impression here then?
Well, obi mechiao na mama wa Fishapa. Na me nia Bobo.
Yeah, Bobo, aka Bobo.
Yeah, ma chia ono so na. Yeshi ayache on set see. Na me expect say some time back you very connected, but so no be as one. Unfortunately, of course, this time, no. Timi anko the way I open. Me person catch no say, we are saying no, oku. And you know, if you don't stop fighting.
Yeah.
Nyeni nyina so na utimi ko na we wini. Nti uko na wini a we give praise to God. When we knew so we give praise to God. And then hope say another opportunity will bring itself, and then you keep trying. Share, obey to me, assign. Bro. Yeah, for our 19 team, and I believe say better times are ahead.
Yeah.
Having said that, we did say NDC for me, mom, you know, so a trinkwa. Say, and yeah, we speak with some level of pride and humility at the same time, because we believe say a lot of work will begin from today.
Yeah.
This pomp and pageantry,
it will give you way for
will dawn on us.
Hard work.
Yes. Yeah. By close of day, it will dawn on the real job. For some of us who have been here before, they be young ones now. I feel now like they are having this victory experience for the first time. I mean, you can't hold them back. But for those of us who have been there before, I name the way identity. A Juma chance, when the fun is over.
Yeah.
We should have the fun as long as it lasts. But then the bigger task is ahead of us.
Sure.
And we did say, President Mahama, Ghanaians and Adom go through this process. Now, to me, inside we are. Nyuma ya NDC as a party, ya share your manifesto mu, and ya adwempa ne ade a ye wo dem ma man Ghana no. Ye betimi aboaboa no, na say nimre mu no, ye de nyina atoto na akwan mu. Na se obeye sa nso a sabi President Mahama ne nko a na sa asudie no ejina no so. Ese so utumi power
yes.
A friend is saying apam force and sabi you need stalwarts.
Sure.
More experience. Ujidi say kukumu edru.
Yes.
Na say tawechia ujidi say anamuntu no ebeko nanim na ndinkunimdie bi aba. Na wo hwe Julius Debra sabi obia ni ho a sabi ye bo ni din obeka se owo asem bi efa ne ho.
Sure.
Because adwuma wa ye bi da na adwuma na oye nso na eso ani enti no mi gidi se eno so na President Mahama ni gina so na ode ball na baso enti e bia wadu no ode na experience abeba beta na chi wo hwe Callistus and also in the last 3 years President Mahama ni nieman to ye ne movement
backroom
na ejina na so enti se ye bibi ma ne ye fe during the campaign ni ade a na say odimu etintima ABC baby a ye niema ababedu. It's only proper say obi a watimi anyone nantia to na mo abedu pepeso atise no say na djuma so ani a na say o woman no to a say djuma no so and djuma na o ye no na sa position a ye de na kwakoshim executive secretary ase and santi also akwakoto aso e what that side this time e wa ban ofa Prosper Bani ono ye security nsem wa call a friend saying
from chief of staff to
interior and a bano time na ye wa abamu ni nyina when it comes to security issues sabi or sa tentacles yetimi and the coordinated security na ye ba outside aban so why this adwuma na che
okay
wa handle matters of security over the period. It was only proper.
And a long-standing friend of the president.
Exactly. Well. In a confidant,
former roommate.
Jana Kakra, and he's also shown a lot of loyalty. And also a BBI, say a beboa.
And then you have Dr. Valerie Sawyer.
Valerie Sawyer,
former deputy chief of staff.
Bano, organizational issues around the presidency. And also was adding the end. You did say presidential advisor on what?
Governmental affairs.
You did say he can bring her experience. She can bring her experience to bear on the presidency at this stage, especially from the perspective of women. Gusitano. I think will be better say me a prophet. Me call Metro TV. More program here na me also.
Okay.
And questions are more beside me a 24-hour economy. No, so that time no re-elections. I think 2 days after the elections, now has results. No, we not just say electoral commission. So we're having a discussion like this, and host no beside me say who are some of the people I mean. GD says me who in this government I bear me that one of the names I mentioned was Gusitano, because so far, when it comes to the 24-hour economy,
breakdown, explanation.
Just say he won my heart right from the beginning. I was thinking, once we want to move with that policy, we need him at the forefront. Not to say, for young guys, maybe now, groundswork. Not to say, imbibe that your friends in them and then move them to also ensure implementation. Betimi edimu amagana for at a son faso. Make our program no so no. Obi, it didn't take 2 days. And I mean who needing the friends transitional needing bar
NDC side.
Exactly. So I wasn't surprised. And for me, let me also add, when I saw that set, and also me some you say nothing a basa set no on the court transitional way no. This same
they
set
form the core of the
exactly. And I'm not surprised Yasan and move about this level at this point. Me work Irish him Bebre Marietta Brew,
legal counsel to the president of Ghana. Let me add, a position under Nanado and Okreti, not any ho before Nanado. The first legal counsel to the president, probably the youngest, Kowe Suman, on the first. On our setting up office in the BB, and then John Mahama is maintaining that particular office. This time, a much more experienced lawyer, former attorney general, to be legal counsel to the president.
Right. Matisse ni papi sir. You say with this constitutional makwan say attorney general nanka onye president lawyer. Then
legal counsel.
Legal counsel. Me gidi say Ghana for enye mri bia na say and I say, we should like questions there. Yes, you can ask. But then you be answer now. As I said, ye fifi mu bise mu nsem and the kika come because of bia. Papa betna e so adwin bi akum.
Sure.
Mpacho what you say. Aha, ya na ya me say. I say like I want people to take decisions and take responsibility for their decisions. And yes, I hear na wachichiri nipa no say gunachi because asenya okoye bibi kura osro so obeye because of nia krofo ebeka fa ho. You understand? Let the person take the decision. Say decision no the results eba yebehu. And far results nso amba yebehu. Ye ma no kwai na ade nya adwuma kakra. Na anya adwuma na say results na epene ye hu a, then we have a basis to criticize the decision. But adia fe na adiaba ye nya hu ni year eba be ye. And then all of a sudden now just say I think, sir, it's early days yet.
Some of the comments I've seen, though, and it's in fact, in the form in him, Enra, I think our Suman a Facebook post trying to explain the rationale behind creating legal counsel to the president. And Okase, President Taskene said, because at the presidency, no money legal team at the presidency. Until Oma forming a legal team at the presidency. Yes, the Attorney General, or when the Juma Constitution is set out, say obey. But they have also created a legal team at the president. No, no. And to say one of the things so I know also so obey and say, now President Taskene say, onja a legacy of say uko presidents. That's offer a statement from the presidency. The drafting style should be clear. Who's a way there if the president's neighbor, then in the department and there are some advice be a president who are Attorney General. Into me emfa enkonkomano, you know, into the legal counsel will do all of that. But me feel the number one criticism has been said because John Mahama promised to build the leanest government in our history, not just appointing system ministers, but having a lean government. And then maybe Uncle Fo raises our issues.
Uncle Fo, she is touch in Munuso.
Okay.
Na eko wa akoma antintan abano. Menkase ni awaka no mani niso. The man has just done his first set of appointments.
Yes.
Has he flouted anything he has said so far? No. But maybe that we present me carry tree. E bundi heni asema waka only so. You know, let's give the man some space.
Okay.
It's early days yet. Yen tu yabo na on chassis. I say.
Go for putting the cart before the horse.
Exactly. Just being tiasie papa in the next few hours na okwa akujina asayo. Onyamfa akunya no. So you say omadokuno bebo enko 1 cedi. Onyankoye no, onkoye na dokuno bo onko 1 cedi. Now my koko price is on cost 6,000. And it just say, I said, you don't even want a man to breathe. Oh,
but it's a marathon.
Yes,
4 years.
And yes, sprint.
And yes, sprint. Honorable Mesa, first set of appointments. Any surprises in the your reactions, Mpocho?
Obi, minchia waiting for.
Yes.
Minchia munia kujo eduasari. Yeshe yacha kakra. Mama obia fishiapa. Kanka it's for when yembra wote ni free sekuni.
Yes.
Na madana aseso wonen kranche. Was under nyobia na eko akensia owo adwenepam ho.
Yes.
Se ezin kugua obesha hunkran de we ask no up and down on ye straightforward medawasi for the well wishes my more political future day still a consultations and the two people who have been impacted most about my time in politics Mamba Nonye Mohokafo. They are excited that Daddy is back home now.
It's been your time,
1st January.
Always the victims.
As I've been in a very long time. You call Sports Club Beach.
Oh, okay.
Na many more from your ball.
Oh.
Na that's a great for.
Yeah.
Someone looking at me with surprise.
Yeah.
But it was an exciting experience. Now I get to spend time. Even though I ended up Juma now I am about second born, the birthday.
Okay.
Andrew Jr. Was it 12 years ended that? Let me take this opportunity to wish him belated happy birthday in the public space. Of course, we spent time together yesterday. My daughter is over the moon. Because Otuninyo be our home.
Oh, okay.
It's the but okay, it's in Komo.
Yes.
And I indicated that personally I had my own thoughts. but we work in a corporate environment, and necessarily or there consultations. Now we busuafo so or there etum say anamor be able to be ano. In your one buying, and we'll see how things play out going forward. Many could do agent to some extent. The Emma, Mr. Mahama, space. Na untum na ombobwa ni timano. Na the commitment awaye amagana fono. Untum enyango kwana onye ma ombrem. I wish Mr. Mahama na ban well. Uzande oye me na ose me na yini bibi ako ikruwe yawo na anyi Ghana yako akensi na ezi nkugwa ono nchire de oya wope de obiawezi nkunyim no obe fail no I mean believe them. The first set of appointments, no. Of course, commentary being was because of what they themselves said in the past when the American His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo created the Office of Legal Counsel, one office. There was a lot of criticism, statements to the effect that a job for the boys. And see, if say Mr. Mahama promised to obey a lean government, to the extent that Constitution or Attorney General, the principal legal officer of government, no, the expectation then Kadam office, no, he would have done away with it. But maybe subsequently they've seen some wisdom in keeping it. Now, wafa my sister, my senior at the bar, Marietta Brew, to head that office. See, I would, like I said, give them the benefit of the doubt. Uzande, yen politics na yen ukruma hanewa, obi. Debi amakade womi move away from it. Honestly, I'm prepared to give them the benefit of the doubt. Traditionally, there's a 100-day honeymoon. I think that they are entitled to enjoy it. Now, on set the government in place properly. Now, on takeoff. Of course, now, so I have commitments be
in the first 120
tied to a 120-day cycle. Into the expectation you're there within that period, no, about fulfill no commitment. No. And Zami mete na matchen. Now, of course, we will hold his feet to the fire. On our controversy, we will. But the other man can also. Julius Zebra, not surprising at all. Right from the get-go, no behind him there, none obey chief of staff. Now, the few days, list to be circulated and Felix denied there or
so now a new official.
It tells you the ministerial is so because typically 80% of it is actually what happens. But I think that all in all, Callistus Mahama.
Oh, okay.
But I've read his profile just when we began the show, and I see that he's an excellent academic.
Sure.
Public service, he headed the local government service at some point. Now I manage Mr. Mahama in office all these years, since 2016. And to being appointed as his executive secretary, I believe that that is an office that you need a confidant to be there.
But honorable address, or a familial relation?
No, not at all. They are all from the Punjab area, but they are not.
In a coincidence of name.
Name.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay, that's fine.
It's fine. But certainly they have some friendship.
Oh, sure.
That and you see, consistent with Marcus' position of moving away from any usual politicking. Because you hear accusations of, oh, you've appointed family and friends. But how can you appoint your enemy into your government?
No, other than I
think for the life of me,
I think the agreement around the table is maybe we've used that term too loosely.
That's the point.
I was saying, I think the problem really is with family. With friends, you would always have your friends around you.
Who created the phrase?
The term. The phrase.
Yes.
You
see, almost creating I don't know. Otherwise, this was not going to be any issue.
We are both guilty.
No, but
assuming assuming. But you've accused Akufo-Addo of forming a family.
No, we were only drawing his attention.
Oh, Chairman.
He had moved. Oh, Marty.
Yes.
What's on the script? No, the same.
Actors
was. But I agree. Abanbia, you are perfect. You will lend yourself to criticism necessarily. And see that, yes, it should continue. But in some maybe we have to be able to depart from it.
Yeah. But this one,
this one, but you want to break my chain of thought.
He is not
problem.
I don't have familial.
No,
but he is a friend.
Not a friend.
Even if it was
work colleagues.
Okay. Even if it was, and believe me, it cannot be the case. I'm an appointment It's not going to happen. Osande, you can't convince me that Joyce Power will not. But so that's the point. And see, regardless of the number.
Back to Callistus Mahama and the fact that also Onyana Damfo, Onyane.
No, me problem. Number say, so it's fine even if he appoints his friends and some family members. Why not if they have the competency? No, we'll go through the process. I don't have a problem at all. The fact that Obi a Webusu or competence up at all server, Mamma no Kanamon serve no. I don't believe in it.
Conflict of interest.
There's no conflict of interest. And that may you use the family and friends loosely, no. Yeah. In the same way, you use the phrases like conflict of interest loosely.
We will find conflict of interest in some of the appointments.
Anyway,
I'm not sure about conflict of interest. I'm not too sure about conflict of
interest. No, Obi, you would.
Kojo, Maman Kama Samla.
Oh, Kasa.
Epere kwa kabade sana. May he so rest.
Yes. This is your Obe resume one Monday squad.
Epere resume Monday squad.
This is our opposition.
You have
fire.
Oh, after 100 days. Election, His Excellency Dr. John Mahama will win. It will create room for many appointments.
Yeah.
Now appointees now will be entitled to benefits. They'll be entitled to salaries. They'll be entitled to allowances. Would they take them? And if they take them, are they milking the state? Certainly not. But play the tape back. Let's say the kinds of comments that they make about appointees. Those kinds of things we should move away from. Osande Sabio, Kojo, why your presidential staffer? Me expect odo mo car, medical ejuma.
Yes.
Me expect odo mo fuel. What rent or that banotia? I wrote the tape back for the 8-year period. And the kinds of bastardization that we bastardize ourselves. We fall short of calling ourselves thieves. In fact, we use words to that effect. Because somebody draws a salary, he's a thief. And to see now, skills no, what tilt no. Should you continue in that narrative? Because it won't be fair on you. And I'm not interested in that kind of
but in your case, not opportunity, not only the abuser. So abuse in the sense that in the sense of the number, the sheer number.
About to criticize number or a relative. In fact, unless we get to the point you legislate a certain upper cap.
Sure.
Or man pay be an exercise no discretion in a certain manner to engage in number of food about money on our. But you personalize it, you individualize it. To make it look as if you say there. And that's the bane of young politics, and the confidence and will lose in it in our politics. Man can say, oh, and we now we are but is that the case? It's master. Now that you are in government, I hope you learn.
The Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Alban Kingsford Sumana Bagwen, and Wababa Beduinti Obabetnase, once he takes his seat, so not just Parliament will be called into session. Now, officially, Jumedino, Asha Sia, Nessa, earlier, Muhu, former President Kufuor, Muhu Samira Baumia, Muhu Nana Konedu Ajaman Rollins, and a host of other dignitaries. Yeah, Kasei video Muhu Sisiano was the President-elect John Dramani Mahama and Ononso air background. So that's just Onunya Dudia na officially Jumediano Shasea. The communication about told you was at 10 a.m. Pepe. As we speak, it's 4 minutes after 10. And any moment from now, the idea Jumediano. That's a drone shot of Accra into stadium. No meaning say Usu enclave or ena uhu sa short way, and that's where the event is happening because. Okay, into that's the convoy of the president-elect and airba a ground. So I'm a Median and Kasa to me. As in tomorrow I'm sharing with TV, we'll be giving you these shots. In coverage, Adom TV, Asempa FM, and unfortunately, we here with radio there. Message will say, TV benwa you can switch it on, and also access to internet in Kwadia phone. Na call Asempa FM YouTube page, Adom FM YouTube page, Adom TV YouTube page, and that's Inshra FM. And so, ubetime ashede na ewo whole live. Na we following in Koma Yedi. Yes.
Bobby, not to digress. Ozande dama ashas neken or a marathon.
Yeah.
And dama man the ebeshasi. There will be many more opportunities to discuss some of these things. But by and large, my one on the list of appointees really was Felix.
Acting spokesperson.
Acting spokesperson. Yeah. Because then they no take oath as member of parliament. Sure. Say the member of parliament be so spokesperson is essentially a staffer.
A staffer, yes, at the presidency. It's strange in a and maybe that's why it is acting.
Indeed, my friend.
Pending.
And then listen, my friend. But you are MP, you are taking oath tonight, so why are you spokesperson to your boss? And also, well, that's why it's an acting capacity. So maybe, but it came as a huge surprise to me that, a member of parliament to be appointed as an acting spokesperson for Mr. Mahama. Effective today, really.
Yeah, effective today.
So will he be combining those two roles at the same time? Of course, minister or different.
Sure.
Or deputy minister is different. But let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
It goes. But I sincerely wish them well. I hope that they will be able to deliver on social contract.
Promises. The social contract, 120 days, and the
assign.
And the other promises.
We to be able to watch it Ghana could do. But interesting, initial Independence Square clip na a play.
Yeah.
Where me, Abushi where me with some point that I found pretty interesting.
On banking sector cleanup.
I say, the lady no descendants, Niskano, our no, according to him, the companies will lose this no currency. Daben and then Sabaka. Also, it took 1 day to destroy. And it won't take 1 day to repair. It will take time. Meaning that the man of Baba Kacha Ghana for the Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo will mismanage economy so much so that one promises be or won't to one because of the so-called destruction. But you see, Obi, Minim say forum any appropriate place to speak to whether Akufo-Addo has mismanaged the economy or not. So I pay more gray me ready my back. Then I ask myself, there's and see if His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, okay, the energy bills no untia, what would have happened? So okay, the banks no won't collapse, what would have happened? COVID the bear no, so okay, everybody is on his own. Known to Bombobosa. Now on deal with COVID problem now, what would have happened? Because Bossa no boy no so-called no. These were the bills that he used them to pay. Other proposals but to Parliament, they look, you're quite home because of this global pandemic. We're compound the already existing position. The energy and banking sector costs are all reporting below the line as extraordinary expenditures. So, Niwa, COVID, all impact the economy as negatively as it did.
Okay.
But it was there. Was that mismanagement? I don't know, but I don't believe it was. And if Parliament had not breached the law, Section 22 of the Public Financial Management Act, my ratings agencies were downgrading because there was no revenue stream to meet the budget approval. What would have happened?
Okay.
If the Russia will attack Ukraine, modern man say my global supply chain disruptions, one my freight cost and increase fourfold. What would have happened? And see, let's situate the issues in context too.
Okay.
Osanda, them problems ni na His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo na Banoy encounter no. Uncle baby is here. And if the explanation no was deemed as excuses, Mr. Mahama can never have room to explain.
Very well. Demrakan, I mean, there will be other platforms to go into the conversation as to whether the NPP administration mismanaged the economy or not. Already, you know, those indications now have been given. Obekaya, former president, who is now President Elect, has made this point consistently. Say, the economy you're in a deep abyss. In Tiafin, there was one year Juma, a sign, a build the economy back. And se oshe infonia guna dignitaries and eba earlier who say President Akufo-Addo na or exchange some pleasantries with some other African presidents Abba for this inauguration. And Raushe statement a free the joint transitional team ne ho eba ya president a eba ene no edoso aye a omu nyina eba. You recall say former President Mahama nso ankasa and current President Elect ebo apro echo all these presidents won nine so echo ma one invitation officially say omumra emra meboa no inti bebre na etumi ebai enra eni hu say Nigerian President Tinubu etimi eba be pm ewo Ghana ha already Goodluck Jonathan and so aba ono nso ewo Ghana inti enra statement on the presidential inauguration ceremony and released by the Information Ministry, Omo can say currently a significant number of heads of state and foreign dignitaries have confirmed their attendance at the presidential inauguration ceremony. Now the numbers are as follows. And we as at Enra, we issue state to say I don't know. But almost 21 heads of state from Africa and beyond. Inti Amain Penyifo ahodoɔ aduonu baako ɛna ɛba vice president bɛmiɛnsa ministers from other countries and 9 envoys 24 ɛna ɔmu nyinaa ɛba ɛnɛ wohwɛ sisi a chief imam of the republic ɛna ɔno nso aba abɛdu ɛna wohwɛ kaa na number plate no ɛkyerɛ imam 1 and the chief imam ankasa ena aba ma yenhwe na yentwa ho be sima baako emra ye ba honorable Kwadwo Aduasare wa ha honorable Andrew Ejapamesa e wo ha medin de yosai bonsu ye ba sisi amontwen